let's talk about one of the most toxic, one of the most messiest anime, an anime that makes you hate every single character in it. And the anime I'm talking about is School Days. Yes, this anime is so toxic. Every character in this anime is hella toxic, and you will hate like almost every character by the end of the show. Cause bro, so much stuff happens. So the main reason why I say this anime makes you hate every single character and is hella toxic and messy is mainly because a lot of stuff that happens in this anime is kind of realistic, because it actually happens in like real life. There are people that do some of the stuff they do in this anime, so that might be why some people it hits home, or like it hits different, just because it's like it's something crazy that you see, and it's like stuff like this does happen. Even the very ending of this, there are like times when that happens, like where somebody will go that far to extreme lengths because somebody's getting used that much. And it's also because the main character really sucks. Makoto is a horrible main character, but almost every girl in this anime sucks too. It's mainly because nobody in this anime communicates how they really feel. And like it just sucks, bro. Especially like seeing each episode, like how it spirals and goes downhill. It's like, bro, as soon as episode 3 comes, like even from episode 1 you could tell like where this was going, because if you had like a little hint, because like Sekai was the one that was kind of like, you could tell like, oh, something's up. But yeah, from episode 3, of course, the ending of episode 3 literally sets up like the tone of how this series is going to go, especially as you're watching episode 1 and 2 and you're seeing how Makoto is, how he's only thinking about doing all these other actions. But yeah, it's a really horrible anime. But now I'm gonna go into the story that you got for the people that haven't watched it. So there's gonna be spoilers. So spoilers about to be happening. I'm about to go into like the story for like a good, like, I don't know, 5 to 10ish minutes. I don't know. I'm gonna go into like all the story and all that. So there's gonna be spoilers and all that, and then I'll give you like my final like thing about how I feel about School Days. But just know it's a very horrible anime. But spoilers are coming. Spoilers are coming. So if you've not seen the anime, or I recommend only watch the anime if you like toxic anime. If not, you're gonna hate it, because it's a, oh my god, just like, it's so messy, bro. If you like messy stuff, then watch it. But if not, I do not recommend this one for anybody that does not like messy stuff. But yeah, I'm about to talk about what happens in the anime, so spoilers are coming. So I'll give you a little quick second, and then I'll talk about the spoilers. Let's get into it. So the main character, his name is Makoto, and first ever you see him, he's like kind of likes this girl that's on the train, so he takes a picture of her, because there's like some urban legend that says if you take a picture of a girl that you like, and you save it as your screensaver and nobody sees it, that you'll be able to get together with them and be together happy and all that or whatever. So yeah, there's that. And then the first day of school he meets this girl named Sekai, and some reason she's playing matchmaker with him, and she barely even knows him. So like that's like the one questionable thing. I was like, oh. But that's fast forward. They get him and Katsura, who's the girl he likes, they get together. He's trying to be too fast forward, because he's trying to get into all the stuff like kissing, and even further all the way to like sex and stuff like that, if you know. But yeah, this is gonna escalate very fast, because just know from here it's gonna go, and you're gonna see how toxic it is. So where it goes is episode 3, Makoto literally says, I'm bored of Katsura, and then this is where Sekai slides in, and she says, oh, you can practice on me. So they start this very toxic relationship where she's being the cheater, he's being the cheater to the girlfriend he has, but Sekai's being like the assistant person or whatever, being the person, the accomplice, I guess you could say. So they start smashing and banging or whatever. They start doing that. And then like they keep doing behind her back. He keeps leading on Katsura, saying, oh, we're still together and all that, and he keeps leading on Sekai too, because the one thing I forgot to tell you is this has a love triangle between those two. It's Sekai, who's the side girl, and Katsura, who's the main girl, but he doesn't really like her at this time. But I think the reason why he keeps leading her on is because he wants to bang her and all that. He wants to pipe her, but she's just not doing it because she's not ready for it. But yeah, as it goes on, let's fast forward a little bit. So you get to the culture festival. So at this culture festival, there's this room that's set up that has a bed in it. If you know where this is about to go, yes. And they're at school, bruh. And they're at school, and they set up this bed. And so people go there because it's a ritual at the culture festival, I guess, that people go there, couples go there, that they can get piped up or whatever and smash. And people do that. So like this girl named Ultima, or however you say her name, she literally takes Makoto there because she likes Makoto, and then they smack it and bang it. And as you go on, this is where it starts. I'm telling you, it's gonna keep getting toxic. It's gonna spiral and get toxic. So Sekai and Makoto, they dance at the culture festival and all that, and that basically makes them officially a couple and all that. And then you have Taisuke, who's Makoto's like best friend, or like really the only guy we really see. He actually likes Katsura a lot, and he technically forces a kiss on her, and then they technically go to that special room, and they I'm not really sure if they do, but at the same time, she comes out of that room buttoning up her shirt, so I'm pretty sure he really did pipe, because the next day you see him, he's all happy, so I'm pretty sure he did, but he might have forced himself. I'm not really sure, but it's really like left in the air. Like, it's kind of like it might have happened, it might have not happened, but either way, fuck Taisuke, I hate him. But yeah, let's move on. Then after the culture festival, there's the basketball club. Just know Otama, or however you say her name's there, and she's also there with what's her name, Naomi or something like that, or whatever her name is. She's also like friends with Sekai. She invites her there. But all the older girls in the class, they literally show the film of everybody that's at the culture festival that was smashing in that room, and Sekai sees that Otomi, or whatever her name is, I don't know how you say it, whatever, we just call her O. She literally sees that O and Makoto are smashing, and that gets her into a depression. And then Makoto becomes, oh my gosh, Makoto doesn't care. Makoto doesn't care at all when that happens. Like, it's horrible. And then there's also the class president. She's best friends with Sekai, but she's leaving the country soon. But she also has feelings for Makoto. So when they're setting up for the culture festival and Makoto's sleeping, she kisses him. And then we're gonna go, and then we fast forward after the culture festival, and because Katsura caught them, because Katsura catches Makoto like 2 times with different women, and she still believes that Makoto is the one for her, or whatever, that they're in a relationship. It's so stupid. Like, she's like very dumb and gullible. Like, bro, that's why I hate Katsura, because she's hella dumb and gullible. But yeah, let's fast forward a little bit, because I gotta lay down why this is so toxic, because you're gonna see, so the class president, like, she's taking like stuff out with Makoto, and then Katsura's there trying to confront her about like kissing, all that, and telling Sekai. But then class president just kisses Makoto, and then she's leaving the next day. So later in the night, she literally calls up Makoto, and she comes over to his house, and then she's like, you need to protect Sekai and all that, blah blah blah. And she said, you do whatever you want. But then he pipes her up and all that, and then she leaves. So yeah, that's the second time he cheats. Oh, guess what? So Sekai's gonna get depressed again. She gets depressed. I'm pretty sure she's depressed because of that video, and she hasn't been at school for a long time. So guess what my boy Makoto does? He does not care. And then also, Sekai sends her friend Hikari to check on him, or whatever, to check on Makoto and that. And guess what Hikari does? She ends up letting Makoto pipe, and hers is like so random. Like, it makes no sense why she lets him do it. Like, I was so shocked when that happened, because I was like, what? Because like, she didn't even like him. She liked Taisuke, but she lets Makoto do that. So yeah, Makoto right now is going in between O and Hikari right now, while Sekai's at home mad, or sad I should say. And we find out that Sekai's pregnant, yes. And Makoto loses, like, no, before that happens, my bad, so O has 3 friends that are in her class. They all just want to try Makoto, because everybody around the school knows that Makoto is just throwing it. He's slinging it around. So those 3 at the same time, they go over to Makoto's and they try it. So those are 3 more girls he adds to his list. Bro, it gets so toxic, bro, because watch, it's like, bro, I hate this anime, because it's like, bro, why did it happen so much? But like, it's a toxic anime, but it's really good just because of how much drama is happening. That's the only thing that like kind of makes it good, but it's hella toxic. So let's skip ahead. What's the name? Sekai happens to go to the school, and she tells Makoto that she's pregnant, and she tells basically everybody. Everybody finds out. He loses all his hoes. All his hoes go like that. And now he's upset and mad, and he's yelling like, if I knew this, it was like, I would have never did this if I didn't know this was happening. It's like, bro, why are you not using protection? Even if you weren't, you should have known. Stop. Why are you piping all these girls and not knowing what could happen? Because Makoto's a horrible character, bro. He's really an asshole, mainly because he doesn't have like no respect for basically none of the women in the show. He doesn't even have respect for himself. He only thinks with his other head. All he thinks about is sex, 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 sex. That's all he literally thinks about, and it's ridiculous, bro. It's very ridiculous, because all he thinks about is X, 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 X. That's all. Instead of like actually having common sense, because nobody in this show has common sense, because a lot of stuff should not happen. Like Sekai, honestly, from the get-go, should have told Makoto that she actually liked him, instead of trying to like get him with Katsura just because he liked Katsura, when she could have literally just got with him. Like, there's so many people in this show, if they would have just like said their feelings from the get-go, it would have worked out better, and it would not have been as toxic as it is. Because he's literally with so many different women, and he's playing with all these different women's emotions, because like they like him, but he's not trying to like really be in a relationship. And then even when he is in a relationship, he's not even loyal. It's ridiculous. So let's get to like some more parts. So yes, Sekai says she's pregnant and all that, and as that goes on, he gets mad. He loses all his hoes. He flips his shits and all that. All his hoes drop him. And it was the first time in the whole show that somebody has some common sense. There's only one other character that has common sense, and it's the one girl, Katsura. It's Katsura, her little sister's friend at the culture festival. She says, oh, aren't these 2 going together? She's like, oh, I see. And then like the little sister's like, no, he goes with my sister. And then she's like, oh, it's complicated. That was the only character that was actually good in the show, because she was kind of funny, because I laughed at that, because I was like, yep, she gets it. But yeah, as it happens, he's mad. So now him and Sekai have to be together because she's keeping the baby and Makoto's all upset. So they're about to have a dinner. So Sekai sends him out to get some stuff. And so when he's going out, he's all upset trying to call all his hoes, and his hoes are like not answering. They got his shit blocked. They don't care. So as he's like going downtown, guess who he happens to see? Because Katsura. So let's fast forward what happened to Katsura before we get there. So let's rewind it back. So Katsura is very depressed right now, and she became crazy because, yeah, so class president basically forced Makoto to finally break up with Katsura because he was literally stringing Katsura along for so long, and he would always act like he's so sad and all that, but it was mainly because he just wanted to pipe her up, that he literally was like literally leading her on for so long and claiming that they were still in a relationship. It's so stupid. But yeah, so we fast forward to then, and she became like hella crazy because Makoto blocked her number, and she's like calling this blocked number, talking, and she becomes one of the most craziest persons ever. But since Makoto lost all his hoes and he's stuck with Sekai, who's pregnant, this dummy, he ends up going and he sees her there, and he ends up talking to her like, "Oh, what's wrong with you, Katsura?" And he's all sad and acting like he only liked her and that Sekai's the problem and all that. And you know, he's blaming other people for his problems and that. So they go out to eat. Sekai's calling him, and then he's literally like, "I'm too busy right now, something come up." And then he brings up Katsura's name, like Katsura would never do this and all that. It's so stupid, bro. So my girl Sekai, which I actually like, she dropped all the dinner on his kitchen, messed up his whole kitchen, because it was like, bro, you really want to be on games? It was the first time she has some common sense. So he brings Katsura over, and I'm pretty sure he does pipe up, because it kind of just indicates that he kind of did, because he brings her over and all that, and it kind of basically just seems like he did. So now he's all happy with Katsura because Katsura's letting him smash now. So he's like, "Oh, I don't need Sekai." And then Katsura brings up the idea like, "Oh, we need to take her to a clinic. I have a good clinic." He tries to bring it up. They basically try to play it off that like they're trying to have her get checked to see if she's actually pregnant, when I'm pretty sure they wanted to get rid of the baby, because Katsura tries to act like that and try to say, "How do we even know if you're pregnant?" and all that. So we lead to the final few moments, and Sekai basically, she says she'll come over to Makoto, talk about the baby and all that. And what she does basically, she kills him. She kills him, yes. She stabs him with a knife, and I was like, good, girl. I was like, good. Because it was like, bro, like so much BS this man did. He needed to. And then Katsura gets home. She finds out about him. She chops his head off. Then dummy Sekai literally answers a text, because she gets a text from Makoto, who she already killed. She should know something was up. And Katsura's up there. Her and Katsura getting some big argument. Katsura literally shows them that the head's right there in the bag. And then they end up trying to kill each other with knives. And then Katsura wins, kills her. And then she leaves on a boat with Makoto's head chilling right there with her. It's weird. But yeah, this anime is so toxic, mainly because the way Makoto just doesn't care about any of these women, and he only thinks with his other head. The way that all the girls are just so attached to him and just let him do whatever and run amok and all that. That's why it's like really so toxic. And like I really like hate it, because it's just like, it's a very interesting watch if you like toxic stuff, especially toxic anime. But it's just, it really sucks that it's like, why were all these girls just attracted to this man that just really wasn't shit? And especially because like they kept saying he was kind in the anime, but this anime was like way too much, because like it was way too much toxic stuff. And the crazy thing is, a lot of stuff that happened was very realistic, like the love triangle. Because like, you know, sometime in marriages when a man cheats, he'll lie to a woman and say, I'm gonna be with you, but he's always still attached to his wife. That's kind of what he does with Sekai and with Katsura, because he kept stringing along Katsura. But then at the same time, him being upset about the baby, there are people that get upset like that, but they're not going to get upset like the way he did. They're going to have common sense. And another thing about this anime is there's no adults in this anime, or parents. We do hear like from one parent at one time, and we do see one adult at the culture festival, but where are they all at, bro? Because way too much toxic stuff, especially when you hear this rumor about Makoto. A teacher should have been there talking to his dummy. I'm surprised they didn't have a teacher, or like somebody being his little sister, because you know that's usually like a part of a harem thing. But I'm surprised they didn't have like either one of those, or even another adult, because this man was out here just slinging it. I mean, Makoto was goated because he was smashing all these girls in the anime, but still, he's a horrible character. But yeah, School Days is a horrible anime, bro. You hate every character because how much toxic stuff is happening. Way too much toxic stuff happens, and it honestly just, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth, just because some of the stuff is realistic if you actually just look at it. Because there are women that are gullible, just like Katsura. But I mean, there's men like that too who are gullible, that just let somebody take advantage of them and not really listen to nothing. But yeah, this anime is so crazy, bro. Also, you should check out my TikTok, because I am making videos about this anime on there, because I made a video and it kind of started doing numbers, so I'm doing School Day TikToks now. Hey, but yeah, check that out. Random plug. But yeah, School Days is so crazy, bro. If you've not seen this anime, check it out. Let me know if you have seen this anime. Let me know how you feel in the comments. I know I did like a big summary, but I had to, because this anime is so toxic, bro. Like, I was watching each episode and I'm like, bro, why? I was screaming at the girls like, why are you being so dumb? And it was crazy seeing like all the different women that just came to him, because this shit was wild. But yeah, It's a good watch if you like toxic anime, but if you don't like toxic anime, don't watch this, because you'll be upset watching this, because all the people in this show suck, and you hate them by the end of the series, because they all make dumb mistakes, and it's like, like, all the characters suck, bro. It really does. Like I said, there's only one good character, and it's Katsura's little sister's friend. She was the only one that had any common sense. Everybody in this show sucks. But yeah, let me know how you feel about this anime in the comments. Let me know if you've seen it. Let me know if you hate it. Let me know how you feel about all the characters and all that. But yeah, if you enjoyed, like. If you didn't, you can dislike. Subscribe if you really enjoyed. But if you're new, subscribe. If you really like my content so far, check out some more of it and subscribe if you want to. But yeah, School Days is so toxic, bro. It's like, oh my gosh, hands down the most toxic / messiest anime of all time, and you really do hate every single character. But yeah, hey, thanks for watching. I'll see you next video. Bye!